So now we will move to the next speaker, Dr. Muthmainnah, Assistant Professor, Universitas Al Ayush Mandar, Indonesia. Speaker going to show us the real image that how education changed during the pandemic situation. And this is really a very big topic nowadays. Over to you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much for having me tonight. Good night, everyone. Good night from Indonesia. Before I start my presentation, I want to say thank you to organizing committee to having me tonight from K.I.T.E Education. Also, thanks to all of the participants and the keynote speaker who attending in this great conference and also deliver a very wonderful topic today. I don't know if all of you very excellent. So, well, allow me to share my screen. I do really hope this my PPT is visible for you. So my time, I know just limited only 15 minutes. I try to make it this, my presentation will cover what actually we need tonight about the topic innovation entrepreneur in the school. Okay, my name is Muthmainnah. You can call me Nina. I am lecturer in the Faculty of Teacher Training and Education in my university, Asyariah Mandar University in Indonesia, West Sulawesi. This is my national and international organization. Dr. Elizabeth Lucas here. This is our founder from Yes You Can. We have collaboration and getting doing some project together. She mentioned about the book chapter and also the conference. So happy and grateful to be with you again here. And this is my some of my research identity, my scopus, ORCID, and all of you can find me anytime, anywhere, in everywhere. So before I'm presenting about actually what is the happening right now on educational sector, we must understanding about the condition today. We are accelerating digital transformation on educational sector. All of the keynote speakers have mentioning about the teacherpreneurship and also about the learning management, technology in education, innovation, and also the discussion about the entrepreneurship. I'm very happy to hear the wonderful session about discussion of the entrepreneurship and also the last about the mindset. So everything this is covering today with our challenge during the pandemic, and this is will be for the next normal in education on educational sector. I divided into 5 the highlight challenge today, the highlight issue that actually happening today about the injected artificial intelligence in education. I think this is in the panel discussion have mentioned about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and etc., and many more about the Internet of Things. And also education transformation. Today we are practice namely remote teaching, virtual classroom, distance education, and also information communication technology culture. And based on this condition, we must redesign again our curriculum. And we, today by using technology or doing innovation, this is not anymore, we cannot say this is the integration, but technology, this is one of the part of our life. This is one of the part of our daily life. We need technology today. And then our education for the next after COVID-19 in the new normal scenario, it will be, we can by using a hybrid or blended environment, we can still use this technology. And the next about infuse smart digital classroom management, Professor Mario from Philippines have explained more about the management, LMS, and etc. From my opinion, in smart digital classroom management, when you can be combined between triple quantum, The triple quantum, this is quantum learning, quantum teaching, and quantum technology, how we can mobilize our student, our educator today to be more or to be digital, because everything right now we are going to be digital. The next about cybergogy, one of the theory that I always use here when we combine between pedagogy and the technology in education. This is namely cybergogy. In the cybergogy, this is not only about when you mixing a pedagogy and the technology, but also how to facilitate the student. They have increase their metacognitive skill, knowing how to learn. Or maybe this is will be covering with the entrepreneurship competence, and also for education to be a teacherpreneurship. And then we have changed our mindset today. So the last about digital vaccine, this is the mindset we must understanding, and how we are in education, we can be manage our students and facilitate them to understanding about the global condition today. And it will be changing the way they are thinking to be creativity and innovation, or in working they can be more get the collaboration, not only in local collaboration, national collaboration, and international collaboration. Like we are today, we are connected globally here because we do some of collaboration and innovation. My topic today, we are going to talk and discuss about education challenge during the pandemic situation. So many that we can be doing here about when we wanted to discuss about education, but I'm just only covered with 3 topics. Can you create innovator and entrepreneur from ordinary people and communities? We cannot do that. So the next emerging generation see trend for the next education, why this is very important. Our students, they are the Gen Z. And the last about designing and creating cloth material. So this is for the first topic about can we create innovator and entrepreneur from ordinary people and community. Let's have a look about the innovation. This is the innovation when we have entrepreneur concept. This is the process to convert opportunity into marketable ideas. I mean that here, let me see about this is the innovation. This is the picture. The first lamp, second, third, and the fourth. This is they are doing some the innovation or doing something new, So what about innovation? Before we are create namely innovation, also we do namely here the creative thinking process. In education, we do really hope that our educator, they can be facilitate the student how to increase their creative thinking skill. There are 4 here, the ideas about the creative thinking skill, knowledge accumulation, incubation, about the ideas, how we bringing out our ideas into the something new or innovation, and we can do evaluation and implementation. The next about the technique for generating ideas in the education, you can facilitate your student how to they are more be creative by using brainstorming. Today we have application when we wanted to designing mind mapping or brainstorming by using MindMaster, for example, mind mapping. And the next about force analogy, do it. This is the acronym from define, problem, open-minded, identify, based solution, or transformation. Identify based solution, this is related to the 21st century skill about the student have namely problem solving skill. Mind mapping, nominal group, and survey or observation. We cannot get the idea when we are for example, doing some of the collaboration, or this is covered with multidisciplinary or interdisciplinary discipline. Like me, I am English teacher, but actually we can be collaborate with the computer, artificial intelligence, or machine learning to create more about English English material or English content. So let's have a look about the student learning, the way the student learning. This is in the theory, namely organic learning. You can identify how far you support your student to having their mindset. About the technology, about the condition today, this is not only about how we can use so many technology, how we can create so many innovation or ideas, but how we can generate them based on the people need, the people want. Let's have a look about this, the organic learning. The organic learning, there are 4 indicators: knowledge, tool set, skill set, and the last about the mindset. If all of us, our students, they are in this category, so we are as educator, we will be happy. The student, they cannot be have independent as independent learner. The student have autonomy in learning. Also, they can manage their self-direct learning and self-determined in learning. And also, this is will be survive. The student will be survive in many conditions after they graduate. Let's have a look about here. Sorry, about the entrepreneurship competence. Yeah, I listening from the discussion. This is the entrepreneurship competence covering with the 3 about knowledge, skill, and aptitude. So interpretation of this, the main topic of entrepreneur competence, this is about the mental model, declarative knowledge, self-insight, marketing skill, resource skill, opportunity skill, and all of this, this is the competence, the entrepreneurship competence that we can be generate or collaborate in education. So let's have a look the next about, for example, the mental model. When you facilitate your student with entrepreneurship competence skill, this is the indicator, the descriptor, or the matrix, whatever. This is about, for example, mental model. The student have knowledge about how to get things done without research, risk, and possibility model. And also some of this category, like today's about the attitude, I want a need for achievement, I cannot do that, we cannot do that. This is back to the Dr. Elizabeth explanation about the mental health. This is about what is about we are doing hard working, never give up. We cannot be survived with this many conditions. So this is the main core about the entrepreneurship competence. And then the entrepreneurial education, this is yeah, some of the theory about it to impact academic performance for our student. Let me hear, for example, in the school or classroom context, yeah, come back again how we are designing our curriculum, our instructional design, and also what about the student peer have a relationship and the background. And come back again about there are 5 here to supporting about entrepreneurial education, about the academic mindset, academic perseverance, academic behavior, social skill, learning strategies, and all of these we must break down into our teaching process. Yeah, we must motivate them. So let's have a look about to develop entrepreneur competence. for the student. This is entrepreneur competence or entrepreneur skill. For example, educational design, this is two requirement to create a venture. Yeah, this is about the what should we do to doing the innovation. And the next about emotional event, yeah, about the happiness, enjoyable, and then this is covered again about the student attitude. And the last about entrepreneur will be more developed when the student into this level. They cannot, I can do this, I want more of this is who I am. This is come back up again about the mindset. This is related to the Dr. Elizabeth explanation. Yeah. So in the education, if you wanted to doing the innovation, this is one of the theory, cybergogy. This is the cybergogy covered with the student-centered learning approach. Have explained from the first keynote speaker and Nada. And while this is the cybergogy, this is actually how we can be mobilize our student in the classroom. They can be use the technology, and also for educator, they can teach, use, and train their student by using the some of application to support, namely here the higher order thinking skill or Bloom taxonomy. We see and understand about the student condition. There are so many challenges today because like in Indonesia, this is developing country, my country, 50% of Indonesia area, we are in the rural area, no internet connection. And also most of education and student, they don't have internet, they don't have device and internet connection. Yeah, this is the challenge for us. So if the student asking
summer than the new technology.
Yeah, so if the student asking about why we must mastery some of the platform, some of the application, some of the tools in learning, because we wanna they gonna be use all of the technology to support their namely here the higher order thinking skills. They can be creative and doing some innovation. Education transformation from framework based on the Microsoft actually come back again to the curriculum, to education, how we can be modernizing our curriculum, and also support our students to becoming digital learner. About the educator, they can becoming a digital teacher. But when understanding so many challenges today to about mostly educator and the student, they have lost skill how to use, how to teach the technology by using this technology. So let's have a look about the 5 case 21st century skill behavior that the teacher need to think. I mean, this is come back again with the first keynote speaker that I have mentioned about, explain about the teacher apprenticeship. Why we must be going to the teacher apprenticeship, because this is there are 5 we must think about that learning today. This is no longer a solo activities. The teacher is no longer the only person teaching in the classroom. Learning is no longer passive, and how we can manage our classroom and with the normally the model of the teaching a project-based learning. This is one of the student-centered learning teaching model. Let's have a look about the intersection between pedagogy and the technology. This is actually happening all of in the globally. Yeah, you know about the internet connection and the system change. What about the system today? We must understanding about what is the student want, the student need, and the challenge, the intersection. This is about the infrastructure. Like in Indonesia, we still need support from our ministry communication and the technology about the ICT infrastructure. This is so many we can do if we wanted to doing some innovation or more to be more creative in our education or to be a teacherpreneurship. So let's have a look about the Gen Z, the Generation Z. Our students today, they are the Gen Z. So we must teach them differently because our students today, they are familiar with gadget. They are born digital. So what should we do to analyze and designing our curriculum? We must analyze their learning style. We understanding about their learning style and then support them to and facilitate them with some of the tools of the technology to support namely here the higher order thinking skill based on the Bloom taxonomy. Yeah, so many platforms here, so many media and so many tools, but this is come back again, what is the familiar technology between you and your student. For example, in my classroom, even we know about the Microsoft, for example, this is the good platform, but my student, they are not familiar with Microsoft. They are familiar by using WhatsApp or by using a film or a YouTube. So one of the methodology, if you wanted to designing your classroom to be more giving your class to be more futuristic or innovation, one of the methodology you can use here, namely research and development, that the a new product of education. For example, you can create a new model of teaching, a new application in teaching, a new management system or a management model. This is some of the product in education you can be designing, and also it will be more you can get the more innovation. But let's have a look what we should doing if we wanted to designing our classroom, our education to be more get innovation. Here we must doing some of the research. I think about research and development, you can read some of the literature and some of the article about research and the research and development. This is about when you want to developing your product based on the educational sector. So, well, one of that you can be used here, for example, by using Assure. Assure, this is the acronym from Analyze Learner, State Objective, Select Method, Media Material, and Utilize Media Material, Require Learner Participation, and the last evaluation. This is if you wanted to doing something new or creative or innovation based on your condition, you can use this methodology.
Sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. Actually, time is running out, so please wind up.
Yeah, a little bit. For example, in my classroom, you know, most of Indonesian people, and then they are very familiar by YouTube, and also I am designing my material, my classroom, my content, my activities by using YouTube. Why we should do this? Because by using this film, I think, or YouTube, I think this is the student more get easily to understanding in the classroom. This is the example I'm doing. Yeah, I think this is I'm doing innovation in my classroom. In my class, this is my Padlet. I designing my material, my interactional design, my interactional in classroom interactional by using a Padlet. You can see here my student, and also you can design your classroom activities by Lectora Inspire, storyline, articulate storyline, and virtual reality, artificial intelligence. So this is the example when I'm using film. This is the point or the key point here about how you break down the pace of your activities in teaching to bring up your student to get their innovation or creative. This is the example when I'm using a film. I play this film. This is the pace, warm up, presenting, practice, production, evaluation. This is breakdown into 5 phases. In this 5 phases, you can help your student to get, namely here, creative or innovation. This is, for example, if you can doing implementation in your classroom, this is come back again, what is your subject or your content. For example, in this film or in this movie, we need to student to understanding about robot, computer, and technology. About this, the content, this is about technology. In the Bloom taxonomy, this is still lower order thinking skill. You asking your student, to develop their lower thinking skill, understanding, and remember. The next, in the presenting, you can ask your student to brainstorming. I think this is one of the key point if you wanted to do to help your student to being more innovative in the classroom. In the practice, they can doing some of discussion or collaboration. In the production, you can ask your student to creating their novelty, their new ideas about the content. And then also they can be doing some of the new or demonstration. And the last evaluation, you can ask your student to answer the question based on this content. So many here, but I think this is the example of my classroom. Yeah, by using smartphone, the material, everything on the smartphone, because I'm developing my cloth material. They are doing discussion. Not only in the classroom, we are doing our teaching and learning process outdoor. Why I do all of this? Because this is my student want. They want, they need. So I'm teaching, I'm designing my material based on my student want, my student need. This is not from me as authority, as educator authority, but I'm come back again, what is the student voice? This is the example. I'm training my student because they wanted to teaching in the rural area. The rural area, the teacher, educator, or the student don't have internet connection. So we facilitate them. We create some of the media here. They practice before they are going to the school to teaching. Yeah, so many here my classroom that actually I have implementation. I'm sharing to you about some of if don't have internet connection. So the main point here that technology, this is only the tools. The technology cannot replace the teacher. But we use technology to make our learning and teaching process to be more practice, effective, and efficient. This is come back again with your pedagogy, how you are designing, creating your activities. Thank you for having me and listening to me tonight.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening us about the artificial intelligence, as nowadays it is very much important and a very good trend going on related to the artificial intelligence. Thank you so much, ma'am.